Count Christian, and I'm back again for another episode of acCOUNTable. Think 13, 14, I'm not sure. I don't really like to say the numbers because something might come up and then I might have to reorder the episodes how they come out. But I think this is 13. I'm back in the building. I think the third episode of the year. So this is interesting. I got my Punch-Out shirt on. Shout out to Lamb for Tuesday Night Fights. But more importantly, I got some of my closest friends in the building. I got Jeff and Ed, the 5Q boys. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm living life.
How's 5Q coming along?
It's been pretty good. Just trying to get everything like into motion. And you know how like Christmas break just came up, so like it's been a couple weeks off. So we just trying to get back into things.
The groove.
Playoffs coming up for football, and then eventually it's gonna be for basketball.
Coming up, we're here, brother. We are here.
I mean, true.
Somebody's bum ass team got bounced already. How you feeling?
Ain't my team. Go Ravens. Go Flock, man. Go Flock.
I think it's time you guys do that, actually.
Nah.
I think it's time to reroute teams.
I agree, bro.
Man.
Like, how many years are you going to be let down, brother?
It's so bad that every Cowboy fan is talking about conspiracy theories now. Like, we talking about Jerry Jones made deals with God and stuff. Like,
sold
his whole just for them championships.
He sold it to the wrong person then because he ain't getting no more rings.
Man.
He need to go link up with the devil. If that's the case, he
sold his soul for one ring and never got another one.
Nah, God scammed that nigga then. God scammed the fuck out of him.
Just never found glory because it almost seems like we're cursed, man. It's not even close.
Charlamagne the God said something like that. He was like, if you guys believe all this Illuminati shit, how come Jerry Jones can't pay for a win or pay for a ring?
He needs more stuff to sell. I don't know, because something's going wrong. He done let
I know what's going wrong.
he done let a coach he hated into the Ring of Honor. He tried to do everything he can to get this voodoo off of him, and it's still here. And honestly, I don't even think it's on Dak and the team no more. It's something above us.
Well, Dak didn't play his best in that playoff game, brother.
He did not. But
he didn't look like MVP like you guys were telling me.
But nobody has ever just lost to the 7th seed. It's like that they made history. And
nobody's ever lost to the 7th seed?
Yeah, since like the extension of the postseason. Nobody's ever done it, and I looked it up.
You know, that says more about you than the other team.
Yeah.
That says more about the Cowboys than the opposite team.
It's above us. It's not the team, man.
I do believe it's beyond just the team, though. It's got to be like
something.
It's the culture, bro. It's the culture.
It's something. It's something. It's something.
If we're talking about the culture, then that's because of the fans, brother. I think you guys put too much pressure on this team. Like, the first 2 wins, you guys this is our season. Like, just give them some time to figure it out. You guys put a lot of pressure on them being America's team.
I'm not huge on football, but it kind of reminds me of, like, Lakers fans. When they build up, like, a team in the offseason, they hype them up, and then you see, like, a few games in, they shooting terrible.
Well, you guys aren't the best with that either, Mr. Celtics fan.
I mean,
you guys aren't the best there
we
either.
Not like the Lakers or them either.
I think the Lakers are only that bad because they have LeBron. So that's more so LeBron fans. Anytime LeBron get any type of piece, I don't care if it's just a baby piece. Everybody, oh, yeah, we got it this year. This getting that 5th ring.
I mean, I kind of get it because once LeBron came in there, it's like every year it's like, okay, we got to win a championship. But I feel like even back then, like, remember when Kobe teamed up with Dwight and Steve Nash?
Yeah, but that same year is when Bron went to the Heat. So it was kind of like kumse kumsa.
I think it was like the year after.
The year after. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But still, that same time frame, it was like, they not winning shit.
I mean, they expected them to at least go to the finals and face the Heat. They didn't even.
That was an idea. Yeah. You're right. That was an idea.
They didn't even come close. So I feel like Lakers and Cowboys fans kind of got that culture in common where every time somebody makes a move that seems kind of pleasing, they're just like, oh shit, we gonna win a championship. It happened happened last year with what's his name, Russell Westbrook, when he came. Yeah.
That's a funny one. Mm-hmm. All right, so I wanted to start off this podcast just with a fun little game that I came up with. So I'm going to just give a word or a sentence or a phrase or whatever, and then you guys tell me who comes to your mind from your favorite sport or from any sport. It really doesn't matter. I intended it for it to be your favorite sport, but I really don't care if you pick a different sport.
For sure.
All right, and then we'll all just go down the line. It doesn't matter who goes first. So the first word is GOAT.
GOAT. Man, I'll just say Bron. Bron, my GOAT.
I'm going to say LeBron, too. I'm not saying Tom Brady because, no, he is not my GOAT in any type of conversation. I do not like Tom Brady at all.
John Jones for me.
I actually got a question based off of that. Which sport do you think has like an undisputed GOAT to where you can't argue it?
Football.
You think football?
Yes.
Any other sport?
It's probably one of the hardest sports to win a ship in, and somebody did it more than any other team in the fucking league. I think it's football.
I feel it.
I would die on that one.
I could agree with that one.
Mister don't want to say Tom Brady.
No, I'm not.
That's
I don't
who
agree
it
at all.
is.
I don't agree at all.
That's who it is.
I don't agree
They
at
say
all.
they be fixing games, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's all rigged.
Nigga, have you heard of that Kings Los Angeles game or whatever? When they said it was rigged for
back
the
in
Lakers?
Like the old,
I think it was 02 or something.
Yeah.
They say they fix games too.
I mean, yeah, it could happen in any sport, honestly.
It's just like the story.
Only sport
it's like John Cena.
Only sport I can really point to and be like, yeah, they're fixing shit and they're rigging shit is boxing. I can't really do that for any other sport. Boxing is probably the most corrupt. So the next word is favorite. Who's your favorite? Either sport.
Dang, I don't even have a favorite.
You can do
player.
You can do a player or a team. Go ahead with the Celtics. You can do Celtics.
Yeah, let me get the Celtics out the way because I don't have a favorite player.
Michael Parsons.
Why?
Just because he's the GOAT. He's going to be like the all-time great. And I've already seen it. Everybody knows this. He is going to be.
Isn't this a DN?
And he's like, yeah, he's an edge rusher.
Okay.
But he can also play middle linebacker. He can do anything.
I actually got a favorite player.
Go for it.
In the league right now. I actually like Anthony Edwards.
Why?
Bro, you seen him play?
Yeah, I seen him play, but like only saw last playoffs, and I know you tell me every time he was a dog last playoffs, but I just didn't see it, dog. Like
Really?
I just didn't see it.
He averaged 30 on the Nuggets, who eventually won the championship.
Did they win a championship? Did he win one,
Hey,
nigga?
chill. He like, what? How old is he now? Like 21, 22?
So he should be straight in 6 years, theoretically, around
They
6
like
years.
the number 1 seed right now, right? The Wolves are like the number 1 or 2 seed right now. So like he on his way.
It's too early, bro.
He on his way.
Last time I looked at something like this, the standings, the Mavericks were like 4th, and then they missed playoffs, bro. So it's too early to be talking about seedings and
I mean, that's
who's
different
where in the
because it was
standings.
like it was a major trade that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got fucked off because of that trade.
I mean, Mavericks are pretty good now.
Yeah, we're solid. Are we like number 4 or 5?
Something like that.
Yeah, we think we're 5.
Okay. So the next word is bum. Bum. Oh, did I get my favorite? Oh, my favorite is Charles Oliveira. Okay, now it's bum.
Dang, I'm not no hater like that.
The Eagles secondary.
What the fuck?
I'm not no,
The Eagles
I'm not no hater
secondary,
like that.
James Bradbury. The Eagles secondary is bums. Jalen Hurts is cool. That receiver core is cool, but that secondary, that's the reason why they losing. That's what I think of when I hear bum.
Oh,
sure.
I got you. Gabe
Bro
Vincent.
said I'm not a hater, and then now he got me.
Yeah.
I got you. Gabe Vincent. He
Who's
played.
that?
He played on the Heat last year.
His first name is Gay.
Gabe.
Okay. For
Gabe Vincent. He played on the Heat last year, right?
Sure.
Got traded to the Lakers. You ain't heard from him since because he's been terrible.
For sure.
Terrible this year.
For sure. Is there like a Lakers curse? People who are supposed to be decent go
I
to
think it's
Lakers
really
and-
just like the pressure of playing in LA.
Yeah.
Like, you get all under the bright lights. But if you came from a team that just went to the finals, you expected to play good.
Yeah. True. Bum. I'm probably gonna have to have 2 answers. Well, this guy's gonna be in 2 answers. Nah, I don't want to give him bum.
Bro, I heard you call a lot of niggas.
Yeah,
Let's give it to
like-
Conor McGregor.
You just
Let's
gotta
give it
pick
to Conor
somebody you hate
McGregor.
on.
He's a bum.
Okay.
But he's gonna be for my next one too. The next word is overrated. I feel like Conor fits perfectly there too. Everybody's a bum. If you don't win a fucking championship, if you're not top 5 in the UFC, bro, you're a bum. So all of y'all are bums, honestly, to me.
Overrated. I gotta think about
Yeah,
that one.
overrated. You can give me a team or a person.
Dang. I'm going to have to sit on this one.
Because the first thing I want to say is Brock Purdy, but he's played some good ball. I can't hate on him.
It's like the name of a sinner. Like I would imagine he was a sinner just hearing that name.
No, it's
Sounds like a sinner.
the all-star quarterback, supposed to be MVP.
What?
Yeah, for the Niners.
There's no way he's in the MVP race. There's no way he's above Christian McCaffrey in the MVP race.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got
That's
it.
all that matters.
That is all that matters when it comes to MVP. It's the quarterback.
I don't want to go back to the Eagles.
But I think Christian McCaffrey should be it if anybody from that team is going to be.
But they're not going to let him win that. But it's possible for him to win it because it's such a bad QB year.
Yeah.
But they probably going to give it to Lamar or maybe Dak. I don't know.
Neither one of those guys deserve it.
But Christian McCaffrey's been doing his thing. I even like Tyreek Hill still. I
don't know
wish he'd
about
have
that
went
one.
to 2,000 yards. That would have helped him out a lot.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, for me, dang. Overrated.
Overrated.
All right, overrated don't mean they bad. So
No,
I'll say
they're just rated above. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take Conor McGregor off. We're just gonna go with Israel Adesanya for my overrated. He's not bad. He's just overrated.
I will say in the NBA as of right now. Well, he's injured now, but I'll say Tyrese Halliburton.
Who the fuck is Tyrese Halliburton?
You don't know who Tyrese Halliburton is?
I don't know a single person on earth with the last name Halliburton. Who the fuck is that?
He's a point guard for the Pacers, and like
Nobody watches the Pacers.
Yeah, nobody watches the Pacers, but
The
people that watch
They were doing
basketball,
good in the play-in tournament.
People that watch basketball will
Tyrese.
he's been playing really, really well. He leads the league in assists and all that. But people that have been watching basketball been putting him over names like SGA and
Ja Morant.
And it's only been like 30, 40 games into the season. So I feel like he's overrated, but he's still good.
I see what you're saying. I see it. Okay, the next word is underrated. Of course.
Underrated.
I got one if you want me to go first.
Go ahead.
I'll say Giannis.
Underrated?
Underrated, yes.
The guy that people have been saying is like the best basketball player in the world for the last 4 years.
Who said he's the best basketball player?
Anybody that I type it, Nick Wright, fucking.
Not 4 years though.
No, not 4 years. I'll say probably 2020 or 2021. They say he's the best player.
You know what year it is right now?
It's 24.
So 24 minus 20.
So it's been 3 years since
4 years, dog. 4 years. 4 years.
But
didn't they win in 19?
They won in 21 actually.
Really?
Yeah, was it 21? Yeah.
Okay.
So the reason I put him as underrated is because like this year, you got people. I feel like people done got too used to him being great. You know what I mean?
Kinda.
Like it's kind of like, you know how LeBron was in the mid 2010s to where he was like, he wouldn't win MVP, but you know he's the best player in the league.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the same when it comes to Giannis because he's still like the best defender to me. And he's still like probably offensively top 5 in the league. But when you look at how people like view him, they'll put players like, I mean, of course, Embiid and Jokic, you can put him above him, but like,
okay, maybe not best, but he's people definitely call him the most dominant player. Like, if I had a nickel for every time I've read that or heard it on ESPN,
possibly,
like,
I'll give you that. But like, they'll put like, let's say in the leaderboards, they'll put like SGA over him. You know what I mean?
Giannis.
Yeah.
Did he win MVP?
He won MVP a few years back, yeah. When you talk about like the MVP race and stuff, they'll put like Embiid and Jokic, and then after that it'll be SGA, and then probably Luka and Giannis.
Well, I believe
feel
SGA,
like Giannis is like a top 3.
Every time I watch the OKC game, SGA went crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Now
SGA
Timberwolves, I can't really vouch for
SGA.
it. And
SGA tough though. Don't get me wrong.
SGA go crazy.
SGA tough. I don't think he's better than like Giannis though.
Yeah, that's out of pocket.
If I had to go for somebody overrated, the first thing I always think
Underrated
of,
this time.
Underrated. The first thing I think of is like wide receivers with no good quarterback, and they always be such studs, and you just never see it. But Garrett Wilson is an absolute stud. He's a stud.
What team?
Jets.
He
didn't win Rookie of the Year for no reason. He's a stud, a number 1 receiver. We just won't see that on paper because of Zach Wilson and things like that.
You could next year, right? Isn't Aaron Rodgers still around?
Yeah, he could next year. He could have been dominant this year if Aaron Rodgers stayed up, but we'll see.
For sure. The next word is overhated.
Overhated.
Oh, did I go for underrated? Oh, underrated for me would be underrated in fighting. That's kind of hard to find. Everybody hypes up everybody. Underrated. Let's just go with Islam Makhachev. He just became pound for pound number 1 in October. Probably should have been there before last year even began. Yeah, people thinks that he's in Khabib's shadow. I think he's eclipsing Khabib. So let's go Islam Makhachev. All right, so the next word is overhated.
I got one.
Go ahead.
I will say, I actually was part of hating this person too. I'll say James Harden. James Harden has been overhated, I'll say.
Feels the kind of deserved recently.
It is, in a way, it is kind of deserved because he keeps on like moving teams and all that. But like, when you look at him when he plays, it's like undeniable he's one of the best in the league.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You give him top 10 right now? So get the fuck out of here, Ed.
I wouldn't say
it's time for you to go, brother.
I didn't say top 10.
Okay. So he's one of the best, but he's not top 10.
I'll say like probably.
So you one of the best mid-pack guys.
Top 25.
So he's like one of the mid area guys, you know.
Mid-high tier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mid-high tier.
Yeah.
And I feel like people treating him like he's just like
a bum.
In a bum.
Sometimes he does play like a bum though.
In
13 turnovers in an elimination game.
Playoffs for sure. He does have his moments where he's bad. He definitely has his moments where he's bad, but he's still like I'd say a high tier player. No matter where he goes, he's gonna give you at least like 20 and like 10 a game. So,
but if you put him on any team, is he really the guy? Like, can he be the guy on any team?
Oh no, I don't think.
I mean, put him on the Hornets. Is he the guy?
The Hornets ain't going nowhere.
I know, but is he the guy? Like, is he the best player?
He would be their best player, along with him and
LaMelo.
Him and LaMelo probably like flip.
But who do you think's better? Like, who would be their? You know, we had our Dirk here. Who would be their Dirk? Like, who would be their guy? Who's their number one player?
In the Hornets, it would be LaMelo because he got drafted there. Just off of that fact.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like whether you get drafted there or not, LeBron come through. It's LeBron team.
Yeah.
But we talk about James Harden. We not talking about LeBron.
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking. You know, like, you put him on any team. Is he the guy? Like, is he?
He's not even the guy on the Clippers. I'm just saying he's a really good player.
Okay, for
you
sure.
Know what I mean?
For sure. Overhated
for me. How could I not say the Cowboys?
Fuck out of here.
Because as soon as we lose, it's the whole world against us, and I'm like, bro.
The Cowboys as the team or as the
team.
whole franchise organization, fans included?
Just everybody. Like, I mean, I guess everybody. The
you
fans included,
bring it on them.
The fans included, I guess.
But I mean, it's America's team though.
Yeah, it feels like if you're not going for the Cowboys, you're the opposition. So that's a lot of opposition out there. So it just feels like it's us versus the world every time. Like. It's exhausting sometimes.
It just feels like that's what comes with it, you know.
Yeah, it feels like, man, now I got to go to war because of Dak lost. like now I got to strap on my boots and put my helmet on and get to Twitter. God, it's time to get in the field. Like man, that's not my thing.
I hate repeats for myself, but also Islam Makhachev and overhated. I think people only dislike him because Khabib's style. Khabib used to just grab you, put you on the ground, and then punch you, or just try to hug you or whatever. And everybody sees all these other Russian or Dagestani type fighters and think that's all they're trying to do. But we all seen Islam Makhachev's last fight. He wasn't doing no hugging.
Mm-hmm.
He did no hugging. He did foot to faces. So I don't understand his hate. People don't like him because they don't like Khabib or because what they think he's going to do in the fight. I think he's very overhated too, as well as underrated. The next, I don't even think it's a word. I think it's a phrase. The next one is not as good as he thinks.
Not as good as he thinks. Ooh, shoot.
I'll go first. Tony Ferguson. He was never as good as he thinks. Dude is second place at best. Dude won an interim title at the highest and thought that he was a killer. He thought he was gonna be Khabib. So, and right now he's on a 7-fight lose streak and still plans on fighting at the highest level. Definitely not as good as he thinks, for me.
That's hard.
That is hard.
Because I really don't know. Because the thing about fighting is they always talk smack. They always get more press and stuff like that before games. I don't really see NFL players
talking their shit.
Yeah. It's like rare. Like you'll see Jamar Chase do it. You'll see Debo do it. But it's very rare. It's not a lot. And then Jamar Chase can back it up. Debo can back it up.
This was years ago. I would lend you Josh Norman.
Josh Norman, yes.
Yeah, I would lend you.
He would always talk.
Yeah, he was not as good as he thought he was.
And the thing people that I see talk smack be good. Like Richard Sherman.
Yes.
When he talked, like, bro, he was great.
Him.
It's hard to say it for my sport.
My second favorite cornerback.
When they talk smack, they be him. I don't know.
Usually, yeah. And that's
Jalen Ramsey.
Him.
It's tough.
It is tough.
Them loudmouth guys are cold.
Usually.
They would have shut up if they wasn't.
I mean, the first thing when I think of loudmouth is just Draymond, but it's like he won. He has like the championships and all of that, but like
is he not Hall of Fame?
He's a Hall of Famer, but it's like
only with that team though, right?
Yeah.
You place him any other place, then he probably doesn't have those rings.
That's very, very.
You put him on a LeBron team, he probably doesn't have those rings.
It depends. What LeBron team would you put him on?
Any one of those Cavs teams after 2016. I still don't know.
After 2016, yeah. Because they still got to face the Warriors.
Yeah, but the Warriors without Draymond. Now they have Draymond.
They got KD. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was like, Draymond's not making that different out that movement.
Draymond not making a difference.
But
But it's like, I don't want to say like he's not as good as he thinks he is because he talks a lot of shit. But it's like he does talk shit and then gets cooked. You know what I mean? Especially nowadays.
I'll lend you one, Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook?
Yeah, I'll lend you one.
He's kind of a humble dude to me.
What? You see the way he be talking to fans?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
that's
then,
fans,
man,
though.
he be mad.
That's fans.
Bro, you go to Boston and hear them talking mad, so you gonna say something.
That's a fan. If I could average 10 points a game, if a fan talking shit to me, it'd be like, get on the court. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like it's weird.
I don't think he's as good as he thinks he is. He talks kind of arrogantly to a lot of
And
people.
I think Russ has lost some confidence over the years.
I kind of feel like it's because of like what he's done rather than what he is right now. You know what I mean? Like, everybody in the league knows how good Russ used to be.
Yeah,
so
he was
it's
great
like,
when they were stat padding. Yeah, when it was my turn to lay up the ball, instead I'm turning around and pass it to this nigga so he can do the same thing. Yeah, he was perfect at that, brother. He was great at that. Hall of Fame at that.
MVP.
Yeah, he was MVP at that. Yeah,
man,
certainly.
Nah,
it's
like
hard.
I wouldn't put Russ up there. I put Draymond there before Russ.
Okay, for sure. Respect.
Yeah, that's hard for our sports.
Not as good. I already said Tony Ferguson. Easy.
I would have said Jamal Hill. I should have just went to.
So this one is kind of the same, but it's not as he thinks he is. It's his fans. So not as good as his fans think he is. And you guys can say teams too, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I did say that. You guys can say teams.
Man.
I mean, that's an easy one then. I'm going to just say the Lakers.
Not as good as their fans think they are.
Easy, bro. You seen the way Lakers fans was talking before the season started? Man, they thought they was going to go right back to the...
I would say in a sense LeBron fans, but not exactly. I do think he's great and one of the top 3 of all time, but if you go to fucking 7 finals, you went to 10, right? If you go to 10 and you only win 4, he's not as great as you guys think. I'm sorry. He's just not. They talk like he won all 10 and in dramatic fashion. So
That's pretty good though. You doing something right.
yeah,
I mean,
you're
just
doing something
going,
right by
just
getting
go,
there.
I'll say just going to the finals is a feat in itself, though.
Yeah, I think you're doing something right. If you go to 10,
Bro, he went, what's it called, from like
Yes, but
20
no.
2011 to like 20.
It's a feat that year. You know what I mean? Like, nobody remembers the losers. The history books never remember the losers.
I get it,
It's
but
just a
it's like,
stepping stone.
but it's like, you know, it's how many teams in playoffs? 16, right? So it's like, why the loss counts against LeBron when he makes it all the way to the finals. But if you do it for another player, let's say like Jordan, when he goes to the playoffs and gets knocked out in the first round, they don't count that against him. You know what I mean?
But you didn't, because you didn't make it to the finals.
But
they
like,
don't count against them.
but like that doesn't count against them, but it counts against LeBron for making the finals.
But because it's more of a loss to lose in the first round.
I don't think so.
That's
It's
what
more.
I feel like.
I would rather get bounced first round, go home, enjoy my family, start vacation early, than put all this time and investment and emotional shit into this, and we get our asses tapped.
Okay, but like
That's just me,
team,
though.
the team that lost in the first round, you could agree is worse than the team that lost in the finals.
They're both losers, Eddie.
But
still.
we're going in the case and comparing 2 players.
Well, you're right, but they're both
and-
losers.
and
Like,
another-
what does it matter if you're the number 1 loser or the number 3 loser?
And
Who
another thing-
cares? You're
and
both losers.
But we're talking about the case of who's the greatest, right? It would, and
Well, in terms, yes, I guess.
yeah. So in that case, you would have to count each time they had went to the playoffs and lost and put it in that scale.
I think you're wanting to look at it like it's racing, and in racing, second place gets a couple props, but it's not racing. Like,
No,
we're
I'm
not
saying-
giving second
I'm
place
saying-
winners props.
I'm saying you're counting his losses in the finals against him, but for other players, well, let's say what's your number 1, Kobe or Jordan?
Yeah, who has lost 2? Kobe.
Okay. Yeah, Kobe has lost 2.
He's lost 2. So you can go Kobe.
Okay, so your point was saying that LeBron shouldn't be number 1 because he lost this many times.
Well, I'm just saying he's not as good as as his fans think he is. You can't go 10 times, lose more times than you win, and be just the end all be all. I'm so sorry. Like, it just don't work that way, bro.
I can agree that the GOAT conversation is like debatable though. So I'm not that big of a LeBron fan to say that it's undisputed. I just say he's my number 1.
I can tell you, out of all people who say LeBron is number 1, you are the most reasonable that I've spoke to.
That is crazy.
Everybody else act like LeBron's their dad. So, yes, thank you.
That is crazy.
And my thing is, at some point, you gotta look at history. There's a lot of history that is not here without LeBron. Like, he went to 10 finals. imagine if he was taken out. You know how different that would be.
Somebody else would have lost instead of him.
I mean, but like it's
You're basically
him.
saying like the climate, the
it's-
climate of the league would be completely different.
It's very different. Like
Climate of the league would be different without Jordan.
like,
These niggas wouldn't be getting paid like this without
I feel
Jordan.
like
but
you
he's
could
the GOAT. He's the GOAT though.
I feel like you could argue that with all the top 3
Yeah.
or 4 or 5 players. If you take them out of their respective
You take Jordan out, these niggas getting paid like UFC fighters. If you
like-
take Jordan out,
all them championships he been to. It's just like
he lost.
I don't even know how to explain it. He is doing something right, man.
Bro, you're giving participation awards. Y'all are giving participation awards.
He's still, man. And the league has gotten tougher. It's like
He showed up and lost.
I mean, no,
Bro, if he would have just won just half of them, I'd be like, all right, y'all got it. Just half.
I mean,
He didn't even win half.
Isn't he 1 away from winning half?
No, because if he goes again,
11.
it will
it'd
be
be
11.
11, right?
Yeah,
11.
so technically no.
11.
I get what you're saying.
That's
but-
nasty. It's hard to catch back up.
I mean, yeah, at this point he can't catch back up. He's
But
like
it's
40.
bro, you're facing Golden State with KD and Steph. Like, bro, this is not the same, bro.
Bro,
It's
you
not
had
the same.
Kyrie Irving.
It's not the same, man.
mean,
Against Jordan era,
You could give Jordan Kyrie Irving. He's not beating the Warriors.
he is not. He's
You would argue that?
he's.
I
Not, I don't
will
think
argue
anybody
You
will.
argue that Jordan would beat the Warriors if you replace LeBron with him.
With that Cavs team,
No. You're saying if you just add Kyrie to the Bulls team, right?
No, I'm
No, it's
saying
way around.
replace LeBron with Jordan and have him play the Warriors with KD.
Oh no, that's not what I was saying. I thought you were saying like if you add Kyrie to that Bulls
no,
team.
they was already winning.
and,
so
and my problem is, I don't.
yeah, they're gonna slap the.
I don't see any player doing that in the history of basketball.
Any player doing what?
Like taking LeBron's spot and beating the Warriors. I don't think anybody could do it. That's what kind of makes him a step above everybody. I
can't make an argument for anybody. On
I
that.
can't name a single guy that I would put
this
LeBron
Is the Warriors with KD or
with
without
KD.
with KD.
How many did they win with KD? One.
Yeah, because LeBron.
They won 2 with KD.
They won 2 with KD.
Yeah, they would have won another one.
So they won 4 in total, but they won 2 with KD.
2 with KD, 1 in 2015, and then 1 in 2022.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
I'm just that's my case.
I can't do it, bro. I'm sorry.
Wait, did you answer the question?
Not as good as his fans think.
Man, it's the Eagles. But the Eagles had me fooled. I thought they were great. I thought they were amazing. But when soon as Debo started talking mess, and he was like, "Bro, look at their secondary," and it came out there and whooped them, and I was like, "Man, it's not the team I think they are."
Who they just lose to?
They just lost to
Browns?
the Bucks.
The Bucks.
Yeah,
The
Baker
Buccaneers.
Mayfield and Mike Evans. I can't even name the running back.
That
White.
is crazy how much of a heel turn their season went though.
No, that was a big.
Well, I'm not gonna
drop.
lie. No NFC team is really like NFC East team is really like that.
Yeah,
None of y'all.
Not now. I know. I didn't know a week ago. I didn't know. I thought we
Should've
was like
known
that.
after the last Super Bowl,
Bro, we was the top. Us and the Eagles, we were top 3 in the NFC.
Yeah, but that's like
And-
being top 3 in the East 10 years ago.
But the entire NFC, we were the top 3. Nobody was better than us in the 49ers, really.
Yeah, same way nobody was better than Cavaliers probably like 10 years ago. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? There ain't that much comp.
Oh, now.
Strength of schedule is important.
Man.
You got to look at who they're beating.
True.
Oh yeah, strength of schedule matters in football.
True.
I think it matters everywhere, right?
But
No?
Basketball, you play all the same teams.
Yeah, but like, if
kind of around the same
if
amount of
I'm
time.
slapping the shit out of the bottom end teams and I look like a superstar there, and then we go against guys that are our level and I don't look as good, then maybe my team isn't that good.
but
Oh no, I'm thinking of it as a way of like, oh, this team has a harder schedule than this team.
No. I was talking about who you beat. So
okay.
how good are the people that you're beating?
and it was tough for the Eagles because I just seen them lose to like the Giants. They were losing to bad teams, the Seahawks.
Wait, they lost to the Giants?
Yeah.
Oh no, them dudes suck.
Like,
trash.
like, bro, we just killed the Seahawks and they lost to the Seahawks, and it was just like, bro.
But
it
yeah,
was
and
going
then football
downhill.
is very case. Football is like fighting in a sense that anybody can win on any given night.
It can go either way.
Yeah, it go
it's
either
not
way on any
consistent
given
at
night.
all.
Yeah. Football and fighting are very much the same in that.
Like we lost to the Cardinals. Like
Yeah. Nobody would have thought Israel Adesanya would lose to Sean Strickland. Like,
Yeah, the thing is, you could show up on a bad day and that ruins your whole season.
yeah, it ruins everything,
Yeah.
man. And momentum is a thing. Confidence is a thing. It's weird.
momentum, yes. I don't know about confidence.
Confidence is like when you start to get beats. I think a lot of things what's going on with the Cowboys is they love the regular season because they feel like
yeah, no doubt.
It's not a lot of pressure on losing regular season. I think the playoffs get to them because they know it's if they don't ball here, they out. Regular season is if we lose, it's okay, it's cool. We'll just move on to the next game. So we just do whatever.
But dang, isn't that kind of like partly on the coaching too?
Yeah, it's the whole thing. It's the curses too. Got to put that up there, man. Curses. It ain't us. It's the curses.
The curses. All right, so the next one is. Give me 1 second as I look in search. The next one is Dynasty. What team or whatever dynasty comes to mind first?
I mean, I'd say Warriors first because they're like the most recent dynasty, for sure.
I'd say the Warriors too because I'm not saying the Patriots. So
I was a hater.
So
I was an avid hater.
So the Warriors.
Kansas. Kansas City.
Kansas City. You know what?
Let me hear you say it. Kansas City.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Kansas City.
They knocking on the door for sure.
Kansas City is soon to be a dynasty.
Damn, bro. When they like in the Super Bowl, like
are
they the new LeBron?
No.
Except for they have a higher win rate than
but
LeBron.
I'm scared for Kansas City because what are they doing for Mahomes, man? Mahomes should have all the weapons he wants because they know he can take it there.
But you know why he doesn't. There's a thing called a salary cap, and he's taking up all of it.
But he's not the highest paid quarterback right now.
Not anymore.
But
it's him that's the reason why there is one now, right?
Because that contract that he signed was crazy at the time, but they did that
over 10 years, right?
Yeah, they did that over 10 years because it's going to slowly devalue itself over time.
Because they raised the cap?
Yeah, and it has devalued itself right now.
Yes, yeah.
Give him some
since Hurts got paid, yeah.
Give him one. I'm not asking for much. Give him a guy.
Well, we had a weapon, and he turned pussy and decided he wanted to get his ass slapped to us in the fucking playoffs.
They should do anything
to
get Devontae Adams. They should do anything to get a number one guy.
It's the fucking next dynasty. We shouldn't have to do shit. If you want to win a ring, come over here. These niggas should want to come to us.
It's true. Like the mark of a dynasty is like you don't have to make trades to be.
But
these niggas should want to come to us.
But football players like to get paid.
Hey, have at it, bro.
I'd rather get paid than win a ring. That's a huge argument.
I'm the complete opposite when it comes to. It depends on what we're doing. Like if I have a regular job, yeah, give me that money. But if this is something that people are gonna remember forever. And people are going to always go back to in hundreds of years in the future. If football's still big, they're going to always come back and look at this time. I want to be that guy.
Books.
Yeah, I want to be that guy. Everything is about legacy career-wise. If it's not career-wise, just get the money, bro.
I seen a question on a podcast. It was referring to basketball. It was like, would you rather win a ring and then make $120 million throughout your whole career, or get a $300 million max contract without winning a ring?
Well, one ring isn't shit, so give me the money.
Give me the money.
But if we're talking 3 or more rings...
Oh, so you want to be like a dynasty type.
Nigga, nobody's going to remember the guy who won 1 ring. Nobody gives a fuck about the 2011 Dallas Mavericks besides people that's from the DFW.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're not from
in that city, you're stamped.
Yeah, in that city, you're stamped. But in the books, you're not.
Okay, so
you want a dynasty.
You want to be stamped in the books, like... When niggas go
3
back.
rings, $120 million, or $300 million?
Give me the 3 rings.
I'm
I mean,
I'm shameless.
It's kind of.
I'm shameless.
It's kind of still because 3 rings really ain't nothing. Don't D-Wade got 3 rings? And he is always going to be the third best shooting guard of all time.
Yeah.
He's always going to be the third best shooting guard. So. Even with the 3, he's still never gonna be 1 or 2 at his position. So
I mean, that's more of an.
Give me 6 rings. 6 rings for that money. Give me that.
But like, what if you like get 6 rings and you like
broke as hell?
Like
Steve
you
Kerr?
like what's the name? Got 7 rings. Robert Horry.
Nobody knows him.
Yeah, nobody knows him, but he got 7 rings.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it depends on like individual accomplishments at the end.
So you're basically asking me, would I rather be a role player on the dynasty or that guy and never win a ring? So would I rather be the Roy guy or Charles Barkley?
Basically.
I'd rather be the Roy guy. What the fuck? Charles Barkley don't got no rings? They literally make fun of him every time for that. Like, that's all they say to him. Like, Charles Barkley can make the smartest basketball point you ever heard. And that nigga Shaq will be like, yeah, but you ain't got no rings, though, nigga. Like
that's because it's Shaq.
Shaq is faithful, man.
That's because it's Shaq, bro. Shaq got 5 rings himself, so.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
Man, it's nasty.
Give me the 5 rings. Give me the 5.
I know what I'm taking.
I mean, 4.
I respect it. Like,
I love money, man.
It depends. Am I the guy or am I a bum? Like if I'm just a role
I'm
player,
a rich bum, man.
yeah,
I'm a wealthy bum,
if I'm a
man.
role player, give me that money. Fuck it. But if I'm the guy, like if I'm what the Grizzlies think John Moran is, I want them rings.
You want the ring?
Okay.
rings.
Okay. I understand. I understand both sides.
Yeah, I do see what you're saying. I'm not against getting no money. Trust me, I ain't against getting no money.
But you're already. No, you can argue you're already rich.
Yeah,
It is
120 million. I mean, like that's feeding your family.
Yeah, but I want more. So yeah,
I respect it.
and I don't want the glory. I don't care for the glory.
I respect it because the more money you make, it's still more shit you can't buy.
Yeah.
It's not like you're gonna buy
It's
everything because you got
levels.
$1 million.
It's levels. You
Yeah,
gonna
I
look
get
at
what
other
you
people richer than you still.
And you'll count their pockets and see what they got.
And then all you got is the rings.
Yeah.
At least you got your jury. They got bigger rings on their fingers. They didn't
Yeah,
buy.
they could
They
buy
bought.
a ring
They bought the same
worth more than
rings,
the ring you
man.
got.
Yeah, I see.
You got.
They could buy your ring off you.
You got.
Buy it off you.
You basically got street cred. Like I don't.
I take eternal street cred. I'll take it, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Like, you want to be Bill Russell in the history books. Like, you want
You
to,
do.
even though your strength
Yeah.
competition is shit.
yeah.
You do
want
wanna
to be
be
known
Bill
as the guy
Russell.
that won.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dominant one. Like,
That's
you want to
cool.
be him. I didn't answer the question. For me, it'd be Team AKA. They had guys like Daniel Cormier, Luke Rockhold, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and Islam Makhachev. That's certainly a dynasty. As for a fight team. Future Hall of Famers, the next one.
Oh,
Who right now in the game, certainly a huge future Hall of Famer.
That's easy. Aaron Donald. There's so many future Hall of Famers in football right now. Like
Let me make it harder for you. First ballot.
Aaron Donald.
All right, there you go then.
Aaron Donald.
He's got his answer, ladies and
Aaron
gentlemen.
Donald's the easiest one. Jason Kelce. You can say Micah Parsons. You can say it's so many good
What
players.
about Travis Kelce?
wait, Michael Parsons already your first ballot?
Yes.
Not
Yes.
first ballot, but what about Travis Kelce?
Yes. Yes. Bro, he is that good, man.
Without a ring?
He's that good. He's first ballot. You don't need a ring to be first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't know the qualifications. Of NFL for
Oh no, bro! I kind of feel like Dion was on to something when he said to give them niggas the silver jacket, bro. I don't know, gang.
And, like,
if you don't got no ring, gang, I don't know, gang.
It's easy for football, I'm telling you.
For sure.
You just got to
I
be the
respect it.
best of all time, really, at your position.
yeah.
At the generation. And that's Aaron Donald. But he has a ring. I'm trying to think of who else. Just to do some quick ones.
You think Travis Kelce is a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
You think he's the best tight end of all time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. It's no question, man.
Over Gronk?
Yes, it's no question. Travis Kelce is
Antonio Gonzalez, I think that's his name, right?
Yeah, there's been a lot of great tight ends, but Travis Kelce is gonna be first ballot.
Hey, I ain't gonna argue with you.
Nah, he's
I fuck with
definitely.
it. I fuck with that
It's
answer.
easy. It's easy. Travis Kelce is gonna be a very easy one. They're not gonna have to put much thought into it. It's going to be very easy. There's been a lot of great tight ends, but people always say he revolutionized the game, and he's definitely like broken records. He's done a lot of great things.
Plus the rings.
Plus the rings.
Plus the rings.
There's nothing to say.
Plus the
He
rings.
could retire today. He'd be done. But he's old.
Well, I don't think he can retire today because this last season ain't been a Hall of Fame worthy season for him. It's been a
Oh wait, so what's your question based off of what they could potentially be or what they are like
right now. They quit right now, Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, you quit right now, you're a Hall of Famer.
Oh, then I take Micah Parsons off.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Right now, you quit right now,All of Famer.
All
like-
right, for me, I mean it's easy basketball wise because you got
LeBron.
KD,
LeBron.
Steph. You could put Giannis up there.
Already?
Yeah, he's got a lot of achievements.
2 MVPs, a DPOI, and ring. I feel like that's enough.
He's got a lot.
You might put Jokic up there too.
Already?
Yeah.
2 MVPs, a ring.
Jokic, it don't take much.
It don't take too much. It don't take too. Well, that's a lot.
That's a
but,
lot. Yeah.
I mean, Embiid win a ring. You might as well put him up there too.
Before I get my answer on mine, do you guys agree with the Deion Sanders sentiment that they got to be like different Hall of Fames, like a different tier?
Yeah.
A bronze tier, silver tier, gold tier,
That'd
something
be
like
nice.
that. I would like that too.
Well, because why
Yeah,
is
I
it so
would
simplistic?
Because everybody ain't the same level of Hall of Famer.
Because some people just barely make it.
Yeah.
And there are some people that's like, no question. Tom Brady
Yes.
versus somebody who just barely scraped by.
Yes.
I won't say DeMarcus Ware, but
Yeah.
somebody that it took a couple years to make it. You know what I mean?
Took a couple of, is this guy there or is he not? Couple debates.
Yeah,
you know,
a couple
for
like
years.
it should
I
be
also
level.
feel like probably part of the reason why they don't do it is because of like the history. You know, the old players that was already up there in the Hall of Fame. Now it's like, okay, the old players at that time was probably the best of the best. But then you find like a Tom Brady. It's like he's much better.
I think that's more so for basketball because Barry Sanders is always going to be in that elite area. You know?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I can see
people
that.
like Deion Sanders. There's never, ever in the history of football going to be a better cornerback than Deion Sanders. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. So, some people, I see what you're saying, but I think that's more so a basketball thing than football.
Probably. I'm not that.
Future Hall of Famer. For fighting MMA, I think you can go any of those mid-pack lightweight guys, Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje. Any of them three quit today. Islam is
John Jones.
certainly more declarated than the other three I said, but yeah.
There's so many people you can name.
John Jones is LeBron of the sport. So,
Yeah.
so that's not even fair to say, but yeah.
Volk. Where'd you put Volk if he quit today?
Volk is a first ballot, brother.
Yep. There we
First
go.
ballot.
There's
Hall
so
of
many
Fame in
people.
Fighting kind of works the same as football and basketball.
Yeah, but there's been some guys who have been debated should be in there and probably shouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's always gonna be that.
Yeah, it's always gonna be there.
Yeah. So the next one is basically like a quote. So something blank. The question is casuals love blank. I'll go first. Conor McGregor. Easy. Casuals love Conor McGregor.
Casuals love the Chiefs.
I respect it.
And then everybody likes the Chiefs.
I feel like for your sport, casuals like Dallas.
Nah, because a lot of people like to hate Dallas. So
Really?
unless you in the DFW, this different. But around the world, like, bro, everybody hates Dallas. Kyler Murray, like, grew up in Texas and hated
There's a lot of
Dallas.
people that like Dallas just because their parents did back in the day.
Yeah. And it's like that
I
stuff.
feel
But
like Dallas is the team like for casuals.
it's not. I think it's
Same way for them, it'd probably be Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lakers a
It'd
good
be
one.
Lakers.
Lakers a
You
good
could
one.
put like players like Steph. Even in like the new generation, you put Ja.
a lot of people like
Ja,
the
yeah,
Warriors
Ja
out of
Morant.
nowhere.
John
A
Morant.
lot of people came on that Warriors bandwagon.
Oh yeah.
As they should though. That team was them.
that team was a dynasty.
Yeah.
That was the
blame
him
them-
team.
I can't even blame nobody for liking the Warriors.
And the
for
same
real.
thing with the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's a him team.
They love Patrick Mahomes. They just think he's the second coming of God. It's like
He is the second coming of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
More athletic, certainly.
I like him way better than Tom Brady. That's what I'll argue.
Why? Because Brady won more?
No, I just don't like Brady. So
Why?
I put-
Let's peel into this since we're on a podcast. Why do you not like Brady? What is it about Brady?
I don't know. It's like I've always grew up not liking him. I'm like, bro, this dude's winning again.
I can't.
I think it just made me a hater. It's just
I
like,
can't dislike undeniable greatness.
and it's like,
Personally.
and I'm looking at it from a football standpoint. Football is such a team sport. Like, the difference between Brady and LeBron is LeBron was carrying his teams to the finals. Like, I can say, like, maybe not the Miami team, but that Cavs team, LeBron carried them. And I watched that. Brady had a great defense. Brady has had great football teams. Brady took pay cuts so he can have a great team. So he wins all the time because his team is cool. No, but he's a great quarterback.
You can only win by offense, brother.
He's what?
But it's like you take
can't-
Brady
Defense
off.
wins champion.
But like you take Brady
that's
off.
a phrase.
Brady's a great quarterback.
Hold on, that's a phrase. Defense does win championships. That's a phrase, but you can have the most perfect defense in the world. You're not gonna win the game off 0-0, brother.
Yes.
So
but,
offense literally wins the game.
and look at me when I say this.
Look at it, guys.
Like, Brady is a good quarterback. Brady is
Good.
an amazing quarterback.
Okay, there we go.
But I always think he's overrated. That's my only thing. He's
7 rings.
He's overrated. His team has been great. Man, he's been
Bro,
been a great
okay,
part of
plug-
that team.
Let's do the little hypothetical we did with Jordan and LeBron.
Yeah.
You plug Brady out and you put another great in there like Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees. They're still not winning 7 rings. They're not winning 7.
They're winning with if they take. If
They're
they,
not winning the time when they were down 25 points in the Super Bowl. They're not winning that game with Drew Brees.
That was a good time. That was a good feat.
That's
But-
probably the biggest him performance I've seen in my
But
lifetime.
he didn't do it alone. And you
It's
can
a
put
team sport. Nobody did it alone.
You put other quarterbacks in there, they can probably get it done.
I don't think. No, I really don't think so.
Yes.
You take the other greats of his time. Peyton Manning. You put Peyton Manning on that team. They're not winning 7.
Man,
They're not winning 7 bowls.
you can put
Is Tampa Bay still in the playoffs?
who?
The Bucks.
Yeah.
I mean,
They-
shoot, if they mess around and win, maybe.
They're definitely not. You can kiss that one goodbye. That ain't happening.
Yeah, because Baker
Maybe
Mayfield
that's
just took them. Tampa Bay was a super team. The Patriots had super teams, and it's just I'm done because it's like he's always had a really good roster, and he's a great quarterback. He's an amazing quarterback, and I think other quarterbacks can win in his situation with Belichick and them.
7 of them though.
Yeah,
You think
I
they're
feel
gonna
like
win
that's like-
7?
And that's I hate
and go to 9.
He really got like 6 or 5 to me.
But
That Bucks one was carried.
But
That Bucks one, he was old as dirt.
He really got 9 to me. Well, he really got 8 to me because the helmet catch is not a catch to me. That is the most luckiest shit I've seen in all sports.
I'll give him the Falcons one though. But I almost don't want to give him that because the Falcons really folded. I think, man, something happened and
Nigga, you up 25 on me and you lose. You deserve to lose.
They
I don't care if
They
you fold or
folded
not.
so bad.
You deserve to lose at that
Bro,
point.
they folded. They showed they was the better team in the first half, and it's like, I don't know what happened.
28-3.
They weren't the better team. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
that's what happened.
That's really what happened.
That's what happened.
That's sickening. But that's my case on Brady. He has great teams.
Okay, you answered already, right? Casuals love.
Yeah, casuals on Lakers, Bron, Steph.
We're almost done with these, and I'll get to the questions. This is just something I wanted to ask you guys for a while. So, not GOAT, but certainly legendary. Who is not the GOAT, but is certainly legendary? I feel like KD's a shoo-in for you.
Oh yeah, KD.
Not the GOAT.
Not the GOAT, but he's definitely easily, I would say, top 15 all time. So he's in that like range.
Sir? 15?
Yeah, 15. I'll say probably highest. I'd say 12, 11, like right outside the top 10.
Where's D Wade?
D Wade, I would actually put D Wade slightly below KD.
D Wade under KD?
I'll put D Wade slightly under.
I'm
KD.
not sure how I'm feeling about this.
For real, you put D Wade over KD.
I
mean, it's arguable either way, but I feel like KD.
I mean, bro, you literally had to join a super team just to get over your rival.
I mean, yeah.
D
Wade did win that one on his own too with
Yeah.
with Shaq. So I see why you put that. I see why you put him there. But I feel like KD. I put KD over D Wade because of like he's been so consistent for so long.
I respect it. I certainly respect that. I'm not against that one. I don't hate KD. I actually like KD. When he left, I was the only one supporting him. I was like, why y'all mad at a black man for doing what's best for his career? That's literally was my take the whole time. So I don't hate KD. What about you, Jeff? Not a GOAT, but certainly legendary.
I would have.
And don't say a fucking defensive player, please.
I was about to say Bobby Wagner.
Oh, you got that. You can have that.
But Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, he's not going to be the greatest quarterback of all time, but he's going to be a legendary. He's probably going to be first ballot. I can't lie to you. His MVPs and his numbers.
But should he? Because, I mean, he's in the same era as a Brady, a Manning, and a Breeze.
Yeah. But.
Legendary, but at fourth best? That's crazy, gang. You don't even get a bronze for that.
He's not the GOAT.
You don't even get a bronze for that.
I mean, he's not the GOAT, but he is legendary.
It depends on what you classify as legendary. If he's like,
yeah, there's a lot of great quarterbacks, and he was up there.
I respect that he was.
And amazing. His MVPs way later in the day, like, nah, he's been up there.
I respect it.
But Bobby Wagner is a very good one. Like the middle linebackers, like, now of course Ray Lewis is out the game. But it's like stuff like that.
That's the GOAT.
I was going to say that. It's hard because you're trying to pick second place right now.
Yeah, technically. Kind of.
And it's like, it's hard. You always think of the best guy. But Bobby Wagner is amazing.
Okay. I'll take it. The next one, oddly enough, is second place at best. So at best, this person is second place. At the very best.
Okay, I'll give you one. I'll say Kobe.
At the best? He nigga got rings.
At second best?
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
At most second best.
I get what you're saying. Of all time. Okay, yeah, I get
Yeah, of all time, at most
it
would be like second best. I feel like people like actually underrate Kobe when it comes to like the all time thing.
Well, I've seen people have him listed number 10, so.
Yeah.
Anytime
I don't think he's number 10.
Anytime you got him number 10, then yeah, he's pretty underrated. I don't think
he's number 10. I feel like he's top 5. I'll say 3 at worst.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll say 3 at worst. In my personal opinion.
I'll take it.
I don't want to go too historical, but
that's very disrespectful for you to say, but I'll take it.
I'm kind of
that's fucked up, but I'll take it.
I'm leaning more towards like a Jerry Rice or a Gronk.
Jerry Rice second at best. Who's Megatron?
That's Randy Moss or something like that.
Moss over Megatron.
Randy Moss
over Megatron.
I don't think Megatron's
over Jerry Rice.
I like Randy Moss a lot. I like Randy Moss to the point where I think that he just
I'm not going to cook
you
because I made an argument for Randy Moss in the same argument. My dad, I was hanging out with my dad and his friends, and we were all having this same three-way discussion, and I did make an argument for Moss, but I don't know about over Megatron game.
Bro, if you look up top 10 wide receivers all time,
is Megatron not one? Is Megatron not 1 or 2? Like if you... Don't go to fucking ranker.com, nigga.
No, I'm on
NFL.com.
NFL.com.
Okay, for sure.
I can't get no better than that.
I don't think you can either.
Calvin Johnson is that 3 or 8? Like
8.
Wait, it says 3 out of 10, but it says 8.
8. Okay, this is confusing.
But he's
wait. Okay,
He's number 8.
No, it's going down. Hey, Okay, Calvin Johnson's at 8.
8?
Yes.
Okay, that's the.
Rings matter then. Rings definitely matter if that's the case. Rings matter.
Randy Moss is at 3.
Who's at 2 and 1?
Jerry Rice is at 1.
Who's at 2? Chris Carter?
Don Hutchison.
Who the fuck is that?
Man, if you see the picture, man, I wish I could show the camera. I wish you could edit it in there.
Where's Chris Carter? Can you find Chris Carter on there? Can you tell me if he's even on there?
Lance,
camera.
Steven, Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens over Chris Carter gang?
Larry Fitzgerald, Calvin Johnson.
Larry Fitzgerald over Chris Carter gang?
Marvin Harris, and then Raymond Berry.
I got it. Whatever. No Chris Carter. That's cool.
Yeah, no Chris Carter, but
Not
I guess I was wrong about Jerry Rice.
Supporter. I don't know about that Megatron one. If that's the case, then rings definitely matter.
Because Megatron was great. If he just
Megatron
had a
was
longer
him.
career, maybe.
He just had a ring.
Yeah, that too. I'm trying to find
Megatron
another
was
list for
him.
you. Chris Carter is at 8 on this list.
All right, for sure. I respect it.
Randy Moss is at 7. Ooh, that's
Chris Carter over.
they got Terrell Owens over Randy Moss. That's crazy.
That's part of the reason why I hate like them lists, because it's like I'm not saying like them lists be wrong, but it's like people value different stuff when ranking different players.
That's why it's important to list your criteria.
Calvin Johnson's 3 on this list. It just depends. It's all
Well,
opinion
I think we
based.
set the 3. In my opinion, we set the 3.
Yeah,
Randy Moss, Chris Carter, and Jerry Rice. Or not Chris Carter. Megatron,
Randy Moss, and Jerry Rice.
And Jerry Rice. Yeah, those are the 3 for me.
But it looks like Jerry Rice is number 1 on everybody's list. I'm wrong.
I don't hate you for it, but yeah, that is the consensus pick.
Yeah,
that is the consensus.
I admit when I'm wrong.
I don't think you're wrong. I think you. I mean, if you change anyone, as long as you have the top 3 right and you have them in different orders, you can't really be wrong. You should probably value different things.
Megatron was
like
a beast.
Ed said, Megatron was him. Like I knew if the ball was going his way, he's catching that bitch.
It was automatic.
Yeah,
that's automatic.
That's why I say him. Like,
and there's never been a receiver that you can try to mimic this like Julio Jones, AJ Brown, but it's never been a Megatron.
You just got to put the ball above the corner's head or the defensive back's head.
Megatron.
And Megatron's going up there and getting it.
He didn't even have to play that much to be Hall of Fame easy.
Yeah. All right, so the next one is athletic as fuck. And we only have 2 more after this. Athletic as fuck.
Does it have to be right now or history?
I don't care.
Right now, man, it's hard not to go with DK Metcalf and AJ Brown. Boy, DK Metcalf can run. Boy, DK Metcalf
Ain't
is
that
a
the big
freak of
buff
nature.
nigga?
Yeah, he's a freak of nature.
Mm-hmm.
He's just super, super athletic. That's my picks.
I mean, I'm gonna pick Russell Westbrook actually.
Fuck out of here,
bro. He's got a high ass motor, bro.
Yeah, Russell.
Like even back when you saying he was stat padding, he would play every game in, like you said, stat pad. But like, think about it. He does this every single game. I don't think he missed a game where he won that MVP. Like out of all,
that's
82,
impressive.
out of all 82, I don't think he missed a game. Maybe he missed 1 or 2.
That's just not the right answer when you have a league with a guy named LeBron. Like
athletic.
I mean, that's
like the most easy answer though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
that's
the
easy answer though.
You're so right. Giannis.
You could put Giannis there. I'll give you Giannis.
But LeBron is the answer though, right? Like
LeBron is the answer.
Probably the most athletic human in history, right?
I mean, I was trying to give an answer, not the answer.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't answer the last one, which was second at best. I'm gonna go Max Holloway, and then for this one, athletic as fuck. Brock Lesnar. That dude was just a freak athlete.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. That's
Brock Lesnar. The next one is high IQ. Who has super high IQ? Oh, actually, it's genius IQ. That's what it says. Genius IQ. So probably like the best IQ in the sport.
Oh,
give me that,
bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say Braun is the answer again.
It's not Kobe.
Over Braun
in IQ, it's not Kobe.
I feel like when it comes to like IQ, the difference between them two, I feel like Kobe has like a high IQ when it comes to like, I'll say scoring the ball, like putting himself in position to score the ball. He probably has a higher IQ in that than LeBron does. But when it comes to LeBron, I feel like a lot more adds into it, like getting his teammates involved, plays, sets, and stuff like that. I'll give that to LeBron. But when it comes to scoring, I don't think there's nobody that's more smarter at getting to their spots than Kobe is.
Okay.
Ooh, man.
I like that.
I just thought Really smart guy. Very great guy.
There's an answer, but you're not gonna say his name.
Luke Kuechly.
What?
Luke Kuechly
Wasn't he a linebacker?
Yeah, he's a defensive genius. Luke Kuechly would know what you about to call before you call it. He's a film nerd. He is a smart.
Wasn't he like Panthers or some shit?
Yeah, Panthers.
Yeah, I
he was
remember
a
him.
very
White boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Luke Kuechly.
He was very cold. He was cold because he's also athletic, but he was smart. Like he was known for his brain. Him and Peyton Manning would be like two people what I was thinking of. But Luke Kuechly definitely.
Of course, you wouldn't have thought of Tom Brady.
Was a genius. I was thinking Brady.
Okay.
And I skipped right over. That's an easy answer. Like Braun.
Okay, yeah, and I respect that.
But Luke Kuechly, I just remember him being just an absolute genius, a film nerd, just a really student.
Here's a
of the
question
game.
for you: where would you place Mahomes between athletic as fuck and genius IQ? Which one would he fit more in to you?
Mahomes is just. He could throw that football.
Yeah.
I don't know,
and
but
on the run and while falling.
Yeah,
he'd
be like,
I feel like it's raw talent more than anything.
Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
know if that's really just the athleticism. Because when he take off for that run, it'd be cool, but it'd be just enough to get by. It'd be really cool.
He's
but
not
when
Cam Newton.
But when he throw that football, he'd be slinging it. And I don't know if that's really athleticism.
But
he has a lot of finesse. Yeah, he's great. He's amazing.
While falling, while getting
I'm
up.
just saying,
He
that's
has like the
while
accuracy.
jumping.
He has the skill.
That's raw
Yeah.
talent.
I think
bro.
there's like skill and like talent. I don't know about athleticism, like freaking nature.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So-
kind of
but
like
I don't know about his IQ either. He has Andy Reid. Andy Reid is a genius.
A wizard, yeah.
So it's like I don't know how much of that is Mahomes, but he does make.
I mean, he does
good-
have to make the
Yeah,
play.
he does have
I
to make the
mean,
good reads and
Reed,
stuff.
Andy Reid can't make the play for him. He can
But-
tell him, but he can't make the play
But when
for
I
him.
when I think of like genius quarterbacks, I be thinking of person that are like a read a defense and change the play and do a different audible
that's
and
Manning.
stuff like that.
That's Peyton.
That's
Omaha.
That's
Yeah, that's Peyton. Yeah, that's
and I
Peyton.
don't see that with Mahomes. Mahomes already has the genius play ready to go, but he makes the perfect reads and everything. So it's kind of it's hard to say.
Okay. I don't think he gave me an answer though. Who'd you say? Oh, Kuechly.
Yeah, I say
Right.
Kuechly.
All right, the last one for this game. Actually, we're gonna do two more because you did give me one. Raw talent. So is that Mahomes? Raw talent.
Raw talent.
I gotta go John Jones again. I hate to do it. I got to.
When I think of raw talent, I feel like people that are really cold, and it's not because of their form and technique.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if that's kind of where you're going with this. And that just like
somebody who just seems like they were born to do this. Like they had no other thing that they should do in their life besides what they're doing.
So they're just
What
all
sport?
around raw.
Yeah,
basically.
just talented. Just
I would
seems like they were
say,
born for it.
uh,
LeBron. I'm sorry.
Actually-
LeBron. It is.
But like
He's
the thing
built
is-
for this.
But I feel like LeBron can play football, so it's like you
Yeah.
can say he built for different things. But like,
Yeah.
of course, basketball would be his best. I'd say Steph probably.
Steph.
Steph or KD too. Like KD, the type of player, just
KD?
like
Raw talent.
yeah,
I mean, he can put that ball in the hoop for sure, but all right.
Can I say Wembley?
maybe.
Yeah.
I gotta
I
see
mean,
some more from him.
Yeah,
But because
Nah,
I
he's
just
great.
think
When it comes to him, I'm literally only going off Ed's word.
it's like what I can't see him doing anything else though. It's just like he was put on this earth to play
I mean,
basketball.
he's too damn tall. What else
He
he's gonna do?
he came on this earth to play basketball. That was his only calling. Like for football, there's just so many people that. Are just,
I'm not gonna lie, and nobody's probably gonna think about this, but Kyrie Irving, raw talent, like just the ability to
also-
score and ability to dribble, it's crazy.
I think he.
Yeah, he's got a lot of I'll say like creativity when
Yeah.
it comes to scoring. I feel like him. What we were saying about Kobe and the IQ thing, I feel like Kyrie has that same type of
Well, he was Kobe's student.
yeah.
Yeah, him
That's
and
probably
Tatum.
why.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking, because I'm trying to think of somebody that's just. I want to say Aaron Donald again. I'm tired of saying his name.
Sometimes that just be the answer, bro.
But
Like
Aaron-
LeBron and John
Aaron-
Jones is the answer for everything.
Aaron
bro.
Donald is like the gold of defensive tackle. He is made, bro. He is 300 pounds,
Raw talent.
but all
that-
muscle.
Is that not Deion Sanders? Is that not Deion Sanders?
I guess so.
Like he's running that ball back. He's
Yeah,
playing different positions.
He plays
He's playing different
positions,
sports.
but Deion's one of them guys. I can see him doing other things.
Yeah, he played baseball. He
I
played
can see,
Major League Baseball.
I can see
or
him.
minor league.
I can see him playing basketball. If he has a shot, I can see him playing basketball. He's a freak athlete.
Well,
He's
tall
a
enough,
special
like
guy.
6'2", right?
Yeah, he has
Is
to
that
be,
tall enough, Ed?
He had
I
to be
think
a
you gotta
mean
be like
point
6'4"
guard.
to be a point guard now, right?
Now Steph's 6'2".
Steph's Trey Young 5'11", so
All right, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I can see him playing any sport. Aaron Donald's built for football.
For sure.
I'm mad.
The last one is low IQ, and then we can start getting into questions. Low IQ, just he don't think when he got J.R. Smith. He don't think when he got the ball.
Easy,
J.R.
man.
Smith is definitely an answer.
Sometimes Josh Allen. He has all the talent, but it's like, what does he think? Sometimes when he play football, you be like, bro, what were you thinking during that moment? They make crack jokes on him on Twitter all the time. Like, this is what Josh Allen's head before he throws the football. And it'd be just like chickens crossing the road.
You see them highlights of Giannis' brother?
No, what?
Nah, that should be insane. He be making the most ridiculous plays when he get in the game. But I feel like Giannis' brother just I don't want to shit on him.
He's just there because Giannis is there.
Yeah, he just there because Giannis is there.
If you wanted to sign Giannis, you had to bring his brothers with him.
Basically.
Yeah.
Man, that was a good deal, man. Giannis is that guy. I don't know.
Giannis is worth it, though.
That's a crazy deal.
That's a good deal.
I say Giannis is worth it.
I would say he is in hindsight, but if you told me that, like, if a player that I wanted and I thought could bring us a ship said some shit to me like that, I'd be like, you are out of your fucking mind, brother. Like, you are crazy. In hindsight, it worked out for them, though.
It did.
They got a ring, 2-time MVP. It worked out. But he would have had me fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I would have told him, fuck no. Nigga, we want you, not your brothers. We just need you, gang.
He had his other brother on the Lakers, too, when they won that ring.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Nepotism is at its finest, which I'm not against nepotism. I'm not against it.
I love it when it's black people, though.
Love it. I don't hate it at all. Black people, white people, I don't hate it. I understand it. That's probably why. Like, I'd rather give my cousin a shot than some random I don't know. Yeah. So, I understand it. All right. Thanks for knowing that, or telling me that. It's question time.
For sure.
All right. Do you guys like team sports or individual sports more? Which one are you?
I mean, my favorite sport is a team sport, so I'd say team sport. But there is I kind of like a lot of the individual sports, especially when it comes to like, I like watching people run track, so I like them type of sports, swimming. A lot of like those simple like, okay, we got to see who's faster between him and him, or what's it like long jump? You got to measure how high they jump and stuff like that. I like those type of sports too. So
I like individual sports for the conversation aspect because you can't really blame anybody else besides
yourself. Yeah.
Besides the guy, yeah. Like if LeBron has one bad game, my cousin brings up anybody who's on the team, like the bench warmer, or the bench warmer didn't have the towel ready or some shit. Like individual is literally his fault. There's no question about team. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then people like Jeff can't go. Tom Brady had elite teams his whole career. Like, people can't do that. Like,
I do feel like the level of competition is kind of at its highest when it's like a individual sport, when it's like fighting or like boxing. I feel like the level of competition is at its highest because it's one-on-one.
I agree.
Can't get more even than that.
Yeah, I agree.
I would have to go with team sport just because I watch team sports more than anything. But I would say with individual sports, it's easier to get respect from me. It's very, just like you said with Tom Brady. But it's easier to get respect because the camera.
You did it all on your own, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like we can't argue that somebody carried you. We can't say that nobody carried you to that ring with team sports and things like that. Because I feel like a lot of things with these rings is you're just on the wrong team. I'm telling you, anybody could have just been a bench warmer and got a ring. Individual championships, you did that. Yeah,
but with those conversations, what's that guy you brought up earlier? What's his name? With the rings, but nobody ever fucking heard of?
Robert Horry.
Yeah, like if you bring up Robert Horry in a GOAT conversation, like I don't care if we're talking about rings or stats. If you bring Robert Horry up, like bro, he's not even in the conversation. Like,
true.
Of course he has the rings, but he's not even in the discussion. So like, why are we bringing up role players?
What Jeff is saying is like a Robert Horry. You can't put him in the conversation for a GOAT, but like you put him against like other bench warmers. There could be a bench warmer that was colder than Robert Horry.
Lou Will. Okay. Yeah, I get what y'all saying. I understand that. What do y'all think is the most overrated sport of all time? Tennis. No. Both footballs. If we're talking about overrated in the world, football, soccer is the most overrated. And we're talking about just American sports, football with your hands. So both footballs.
Hey, both footballs.
Both footballs are the most overrated.
Damn, I like me some soccer.
Wait. You asked that question on tennis. I was like, bro.
I wanted to shit on tennis so bad, but I thought about it. I was like, nah, never mind.
Bro, you built that question wrong. Tennis right after that. Like,
yeah, I was thinking about tennis when I made it, but no, it's
you go next. I couldn't even think straight.
Soccer for me. Worldwide soccer. In America, football.
Dang.
Baseball up there too. Jesus Christ. Overrated.
Might as well make baseball my answer, honestly.
Yeah, baseball.
I was really actually about to say football, like American football.
If it's just in America, I'd say football.
Like I feel like American football, it's more of the culture that surrounds it than the actual sport.
Yeah, I mean, if we're fucking starting and stopping every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Bro,
'Cause
when you said that point to me, I'd never been able to look at football the same.
Exactly.
I think we were at Twin Peaks when you said that. I was like, yo, he's so right.
Because it's like the entertainment factor. You can't get drawn into the game if you stop every 5 seconds.
Yes.
You can't introduce somebody that hasn't watched that sport at all into the sport where it could be a game where the score could be 7-0 and you're just sitting here watching people stop and start all the time.
Yes.
And I think, and I don't mind the stop and starting just because it's a lot of anticipation to it. It's like a lot of suspense. It's like, what's gonna happen
you
next?
like one of those guys that like blue balls and shit. Like you enjoy getting blue
I
balls.
feel like, man, what's the next play gonna be like? It's really, it gets you on the seat sometimes.
I feel like football is one of those things. It's like one of the most acquired taste things ever. You know what I mean?
You just gotta be American.
Yeah.
You just gotta be American.
I mean, yeah, kind of in a way. You kind of gotta just be American. But I got a cousin out in Canada that watches football, so
I think they have some sports.
yeah, they have Canadian football out there too. So
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I feel like football is just a little too like hard to get into for somebody that's just not used to it. So that's why I feel like it would be overrated. But the culture surrounding it, fucks with it. But my answer would actually be baseball.
Yeah, baseball's up there.
And I'm trying my hardest not to say baseball too. And they make so much money, and I just never understand.
So much money.
And I don't understand.
I'd be like, who gives a fuck? Who's watching?
Like
How they have less viewers than football? Like that's certain. I don't even gotta look at it. I know they have less viewers.
The thing is, they play like damn near 200 games
Yeah.
a season.
Yeah.
that makes a lot of difference though.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of difference. You're bringing in a lot more money. That's the only way that they're paying these players like that. They're bringing more money than the NFL. It's no other way.
But how?
They're not making this off
so
of
many games.
Who's
bro.
having casual baseball combos?
No,
There's so many
you'd be
games.
surprised.
Who's just
man.
walking around having casual
Find me some
baseball
peanuts and
combos? Like, hey,
Cracker
you catch that
Jacks.
Rangers game last night? Like, who's doing that?
No, you'd be surprised.
I went to that Rangers parade just for vibes. That was packed.
Man,
I bet it was.
Yeah.
I bet it was.
That's supposed to be the Cowboys.
They love it.
I was planning on how I was taking off for work. What was my excuse gonna be? Like for no reason, man. I could have just kept that in the drafts, man.
I'm crying.
Damn, off of round 1 too. Damn.
Well, that's usually where they get bounced at. Not last year, but it's usually where they get bounced at. All right, so who is the GOAT of sports analytics? Stephen A. Smith or Stuart Scott or Skip Bayless or whoever the fuck else? Who y'all think is the best?
The go to sports analytics. That's a good question.
Stephen A. for me.
I want to say Stephen A. because the people I like are not in the GOAT conversations. Like I like Ryan Clark.
I like Ryan Clark.
He does amazing.
We both love Ryan Clark.
He does amazing work, but
he
he's
does not. He ain't had that many years yet.
Yeah,
though.
he's not in the
Gotta
GOAT
give him some more.
conversation. If you had me right now, who I think the GOAT is, I'd say Ryan Clark. Everybody look at me crazy because he's not that guy.
All right, he's not the GOAT, but like best right now. I can see a
guess-
Ryan Clark. He always has great takes.
He's
for both football and MMA.
He is talented, man.
Yeah.
I've
when it
never
comes to, like analytics, it's like I feel like analytics and journalism are kind of like two different things. Because when I say like, I'll say like in a journalism way, like to provide entertainment and all that, I'll say like Stephen A. is the GOAT. But like analytical, that would be hard for me to answer.
Can you? It's hard for me to call you a journalist if you're not breaking news. I don't really hear about Stephen A. breaking news. Like,
I get what you're saying,
Okay.
but like they also speak on the news. You know what I mean?
He used to be like that.
Like
a
though.
podcaster, nigga. Like, nigga's he's an on-air talent, but like I feel like you gotta actually break the news to be. That's just me personally. I don't know what the rules are to be journalists, but I just feel like you gotta break some type of news.
I get it, but like Stephen A., people look at him in that sports journalism umbrella. So
Yeah, but that's my problem. Like people look at Charlemagne as like a hip hop journalist, and it's like he's not breaking news. Like
he's just
Just
speaking.
he's just speaking on it. He's more like a on-air personality. But I understand like the confusion or whatever. I just you gotta break news to me, man. You gotta break some
I get it.
news. Like we gotta get some stories come out of you at least.
Mm.
Tell somebody gossip. Tell somebody
Articles, at
business.
least. I don't know.
But yeah, so no answer here, guys.
Analytical
I
wise,
guess Stephen A. Smith.
Analyst.
yeah, Stephen A. might as well just be my answer. But when it comes to analytics, I just haven't watched enough of like ESPN and stuff. I be watching like lower tier well, not lower tier, but like podcasts from people that's like analytical wise. I watch like a JJ Reddick. talk
Okay,
about
yeah, he's
basketball.
actually pretty good too.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's very good.
I like Nick Wright too.
Yeah, Nick Wright is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Nick Wright. Yeah. So I think it's probably obvious which ones these are, but like, what sports do you guys follow, just in total?
Oh, like how many in total?
Not how many, but what in total? Like, what are them?
I follow combat sports.
Jeff, I need you to speak into the mic, dog. You got the mic right here.
Yeah.
I need you to speak into the mic, dog.
Okay, I follow basic combat sports because of you. I guess football and basketball would just be everything I got.
That's all right for sure. 3.
I would say basketball. I've tapped in a little bit of soccer lately. They're having a little cup out there, and then
you like it? Really? Is
Yeah.
it exciting to watch?
I can
feel
see
like
it.
I feel like it's just because like I grew up watching it. My dad loves soccer, so I kind of get into it. Soccer, I would say I'm not too much into combat sports, but like when you invite us out, I'll be tuned in. So I'll say that's as much as I'll give to that. And football is kind of like I'm here because of FitQ. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, I mean, everybody knows mixed martial arts, combat sports, boxing, of course. But I've been really into esports lately. Like, I don't know.
That's
what
like
it is.
the when they play like COD and stuff online. and
Yeah,
stuff.
Man, I want to get
the
home and
COD
play so
League.
bad.
The
I seen like Prize Picks. They have like a little section for that.
yeah. COD is it's growing. It's growing.
Mhm.
I ain't want to say it's very big, but it's growing. I love COD.
Yeah.
It's becoming my second favorite sport. So that leads me into what I wanted to ask you guys. Do you guys respect esports on a level, or is that something that you're like, bro, you're just using your fingers? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I don't. But the problem is, I don't really consider you like an athlete like that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm asking.
Oh. No. And but this is coming from a person who really didn't consider like NASCAR drivers were athletes for a long time until I really got into it and got to the nitty gritty on how like you have to like train your body
You
for
have to
that.
prepare your body for that.
Yeah. So I have to open my mind up more and kind of like think about it.
Well, you definitely can't play esports if you don't have thumbs. And when I say about that, it's not just everybody has a thumb, yeah, but like your thumb has to be good. Like
Yeah, you gotta have
some good thumb
elite
movement.
hand-eye coordination and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
And-
it's like there's a level of athletic ability, but it's like compared to other sports, it's
And-
not. But I can say I respect it as a sport because it's like you're the best of the best at whatever you're doing with your hands. So
And like as playing like the games, I have a lot of respect for you. I just don't think you're an athlete, and it's just that's the only just thing. Like
So what would you call them? What would you call these guys?
I would call them very talented individuals. I don't know,
But like, what would you consider what they do? Like a rapper is a rapper. What are they? Like what
they're video game specialists. I don't know. Like,
they a gamer. I mean,
yeah, they're video
Pro gamer.
They're
Okay,
pro
for sure.
gamers.
For
Like,
sure.
but an athlete, I played football and I played video games. There's a very clear difference between the two.
Well, you
like
didn't-
they don't gotta go lift weights or do any type of like
Unless
real
they're
training.
in the gym, like
Not normally.
like thumb wrestling each other.
You do need your thumbs to be great. Like
I don't know.
I really didn't realize how bad I was at video games until I started following esports. Like honestly,
I would make those people that actually do like arm wrestling competitions and slap competitions athletes before the gamers. I'm sorry.
that's so disrespectful.
It really is.
That is
I
so
mean, it's
disrespectful.
really.
But
I mean,
but
no,
like,
there's
you're
more-
like you're doing that and it takes athletic ability.
It takes athletic ability to arm wrestle, but not the slap thing.
Okay,
like
that's-
you're just standing there getting slapped in the face. You can't even move back.
I mean,
But
I
it
feel
takes
like-
the form and technique of the slap, the cock back.
fuck out of here.
The cock back.
you need durability
You
to
just
take
need-
a slap too.
you just
I
need-
mean,
Yeah, you gotta have a good.
Oh, I just fucking fucked myself. I just
a good.
Oh my god.
You gotta have a
I
good.
poked myself.
You have to
Take a point away.
you have to
1 point.
You have to have a good chin. A good chin.
You have to have a good chin, but I think it's more so on how fat your hand is.
And
The
it's
other guy got that
technique.
fat hand, you
It's
know.
technique
I do
too.
think
Technique?
there's a level.
There's
Technique?
a technique, man.
I mean, if I
They're
slap
just
you,
slapping each other.
if I
literally-
slap you like this, it ain't gonna hurt. If I slap you as much as if I slap
Eddie,
you like
if
that.
you slap me either way, it's gonna hurt,
Like,
and I'm gonna want to fight. What are we
but it's
talking
not
about?
gonna be enough to knock you out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
At any point where you can't be
It's
be
form.
defensive, like if in any sport where there's just no defense, you can't be an athlete. And there's defense in COD. There's defense in esports.
but it's not defense in track and field. It's not defense in like you know what I mean, and other things like that.
I mean,
I
that's a
guess.
good point.
I guess.
Like, cause when I played discus, we had to basically like train our hips to cock back, and like actually have some like real form. That's
Okay.
probably what they doing with the slapping too.
And then build momentum.
Yeah, they have to probably train their hips to kind of like get that slap going.
There's no techniques to learn in slapping a nigga. Okay? All right,
that's like a pretty
you
good
can practice techniques and shit in track and
this
field.
reminds me of that flipping burgers conversation.
We're not getting on that again.
Because like, what if you really got to train yourself on a spatula?
Yeah, look at the wrist.
Like, gotta get the technique.
Fuck out. But it don't matter how you flip the burger. You just gotta make the burger right. Like, you just gotta make it even on both sides. It don't matter how perfectly you flipping that bitch. Like, imagine you ain't getting like 3 circumference on the burger just to make it perfect. Like, bro, who gives a fuck? Like, what we talking about?
I mean, I feel like that's some shit that happened with like Gordon Ramsay or something. You flip
Really?
Yeah, you flip that shit wrong.
2 points on. It did 2 flips, not 1. 2 points.
Nah, Gordon's hilarious. Gordon is funny.
Beyond that, making people cry and stuff.
Making people cry over food.
But no, I like the e-games. They got real talent. And sniping and all that other stuff is hard. I don't know.
Sniping is hard. And it's actually pointless. We don't gotta get into that. What's the biggest I'm him performance you've seen across the sports that you guys watch?
Biggest I'm him performance, like you seen live, or just like seeing a rerun of.
Give me both. Give me one rerun and give me one live.
I don't want to say LeBron. When he took the Cavs and went all the way and won the chip, that was a huge. I would never forget that for the rest of my life. That's when I was.
Kyrie was him.
That's when I thought Bron was the GOAT.
Kyrie was him.
Kyrie was him too in that series.
Yes, but like
Kyrie was the reason why they won.
But Cam Newton.
Okay.
But in college.
In college, yeah, Auburn.
College.
I knew that's where you're going.
In college.
Only reason I knew that's where you're going because Houston made me watch it every day after school. Like, I have to watch Cam Newton highlights almost every day.
LeVar, like it's so many. I'm him in college.
Speaking of I'm him in college, I don't think
Reggie
y'all
Bush.
watched him. I don't think y'all watched him, but Anthony Davis in college was insane.
Really?
I can see
Yeah,
that.
AD
I
in
can
college
see
was
that.
insane.
I
He,
think I
like-
saw some stats.
I think it was a crazy ass stat to where like he led the conference and stuff in blocks over whole teams.
Yeah.
Like
that was the
individually, he
one.
had more blocks
Sheesh.
than other teams. So
Sheesh.
Like he
Yeah,
was
I
going
put-
crazy. I saw
That's-
some crazy
That's a
stats.
him performance.
yeah, I put that up there. Dang, Kobe's last game that last fourth quarter.
He took like 80 shots though.
That's why I said that fourth quarter.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
like, he took,
fourth quarter
he took
was
so many
insane.
shots, bro.
That fourth quarter was insane because I was like, all right, he's taking a lot of shots, but he's missing a lot. So I'm like, all right, they probably gonna lose. And then towards the end of the game, I don't know. It was like it almost felt scripted in a way.
Kobe in that Olympics.
Kobe in the Olympics.
in the
nice,
Olympics.
yo.
That's a him performance.
That's definitely a him performance for sure.
Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira. As sad I am to say it, but him performance just made a guy who I thought was a world beater just look like me. Look like a normal, average guy. Like,
Should have put Count Christian out there.
y'all should put me out there for sure.
Man. Definitely should have put Count Christian. It would have been the same results, man.
Quite literally would have been the same results.
Man.
Anybody else for?
Oh, I'll say
Tom Brady. Come on, Jeff. He was down 25 points in the bowl.
I'll say the most
I'm
recent,
him.
most recent I'm him performance was a few weeks ago when I seen Giannis drop 60.
Sheesh.
Yeah, he dropped 60 and then he got mad about the game ball. You heard about that?
No, I didn't even know he dropped 60. Sheesh.
Yeah, he had 60 a few weeks ago. And then like when you have a good performance, you get the game ball to yourself, right?
He didn't get the game ball?
He didn't get the game ball. They was playing the Pacers. They gave it to a rookie who scored their first points that game.
Oh, no.
So Giannis
That
said
is
when
disrespectful. Oh, no.
Yeah, but I can see either way.
No, what?
Nah, I don't. I
just
can't.
scored-
I can't.
But that was my first bucket. That was my first bucket. I would never get another first bucket. Giannis will definitely get another game like that.
He's going to get another 60-point game?
He can.
He can.
He can.
He can.
But I would never get another. It's guaranteed I'll never get another bucket.
For a guy who don't shoot, I mean, he's going to drive and dominate.
It's
But for a
like-
guy who just don't pull up and shoot, is it guaranteed that he's going to get another 60-point
It's not guaranteed. But it's not. It's even more guaranteed I'm not never gonna get my first bucket again.
It was.
Well, you're right about that.
It
What
was
the
some
fuck?
dude that was at the end of the bench. But I feel like nah, because they was playing in Milwaukee, so it's like they was at home, so it's like that
Nah,
game,
yeah,
that
that's
ball
fucked.
got to go to Giannis.
Yeah,
That's fucked. That's so fucked. I'd be heated.
I'd be so mad. I wouldn't even want to score on Giannis' 60-point game. I'd just say that for another game, like when we face the Pistons or somebody. Like, damn, that's why I'm gonna store my first points.
So as an avid follower of basketball, football, for me, MMA, how do you guys determine who should be MVP? What's your criteria for that?
I don't like our criteria. It's basically who's the best quarterback and who has made the most wins at quarterback and things like that.
How do you think it should be determined?
Other players should get it.
But how do you think it should be determined?
Yeah, other players should get it.
But how? How should it be
What's
determined?
the criteria?
Like
What's the
the
criteria
criteria
for-
should be the best, most valuable player on the team. Like the team is nothing without you. And it's the thing about MVP is it's like I feel like it's not even graded on being the most valuable player.
Nah, it's really all like who's the best.
Who's the best? Who has the best team and stuff like that? Who's the
I
best?
do
player
feel
on
like
the
your
best
team
team?
has to go to the playoffs. You don't got to win in the
Yeah.
playoffs, but you got to go to the playoffs if you're going to be
Yeah,
MVP.
for sure.
But I don't like football's way at all. A quarterback's gonna get it almost 100% of the time.
Yeah, it's the quarterback.
And that's why Chris
trophy.
McCaffrey's not getting it.
Yeah,
It should
CMC.
go to him.
Yeah, probably should go to CMC. Well, I've heard a lot of Lamar talk. Like I've heard a lot of Dak and Lamar talk. That's all I've heard.
Yeah, because that's the two front runners, and they're quarterbacks. But they haven't. To me, they haven't had a season like Chris McCaffrey.
Yeah, I can see the CMC. It should be
Personally.
CMC.
And Tyreek Hill is probably nowhere close because they're quarterbacks too. If Tyreek hit 2,000, he probably still wouldn't have gated 2,000 yards.
Not even this year, where it's like everybody knows that it's an off year for
Yeah,
QBs.
I think they would have still gave it to a quarterback. Chris McCaffrey right now is showing me that.
Well, I understand why, because quarterback's like one of the hardest positions across any sport on earth.
and
But
it's the most valuable.
yes,
It's the most valuable.
yes, but
So-
I mean, I don't think it should be the quarterback position.
It should
Did
not.
Ray
this
Lewis
year.
win one time?
I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
I don't know.
I need to look up like who was the non.
Didn't JJ Watt win one time?
I can see that. We gotta fact check some of this stuff.
Go for it. Go ahead.
I mean, I think like you said, MVP should be based on like if you take this person out of the team,
Mm-hmm.
like they'll be basically trash or like they have that type of value takes a team that's not good and makes them a great team. But I also think it's also a factor that like you kind of gotta be not the best, but you have to be in that conversation to be the best. And then on top of that, have the team to where if you wasn't on it, that team would be nowhere.
Yeah.
So it's like a mix of the two. I'll say probably like a 70-30. 70-30, you're going to be like, all right, you're the most valuable. 30%, you got to be in the conversation for the best.
Okay.
Man, there's only 9 since 1990 that has won the MVP, and they're all running backs. It's like Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith.
Damn, CMC should get it this year then.
Yeah, he has a good chance of winning it. And Damian Thomas and Adrian Peterson in 2012. Like, just running backs. So if it's not a quarterback, it's going to be a running back. Because to be running backs is easy because you're carrying the team. You could carry the team as a running back. You can't carry the team as a wide receiver. They're going to give it to the
I
quarterback.
kind of don't like how football is like lopsided when it comes to positions. Like if you're not a skill position, you're really not going to get that much light and love. Like
I'm in a
We
never.
shouldn't give them slobs no love.
But, like,
that
that's-
slob. No,
but,
I'm just
like-
playing. I'm just playing. I'm just
But I
playing.
feel like that's a fault of how like football is structured. Like a player like you said, like a Aaron Donald is not gonna be viewed as
MVP.
greatly as any type of great quarterback. You know what I mean? Just because of the position he plays and how football is structured to where he can only do a certain thing.
And he's a better athlete than all of them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I see what you guys.
I feel really bad for the wide receivers though, because they got no choice.
For me, in my sport, MVP is just fighter of the year, and it's kind of easier to go off of who's more accomplished that year for me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's an individual
Yeah,
sport.
individual sport. I feel like it's pretty easy.
It's just who the best.
yeah.
Simple as that.
Well, you don't really got to be the best. You got to accomplish the most in that year.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I see it. I
So,
see it.
Like
Yeah.
so in 2022, Alex Pereira won the UFC championship in 3 UFC fights. He's got to be the guy
Yeah.
over Volk. Volk was the pound for pound #1 fighter and probably was the best fighter in UFC at the time. But like, you win a belt in 3 fights, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's you.
Yeah,
That's
you.
you.
That's a lot in 1 year.
That is a lot in 1 year. Most people don't do it in a whole career. I mean, he did it in 3 fights. That's you, bro. You got it. For me. A couple more questions we get out of here. Even if the camera dies, I just want to finish these questions.
For sure.
All right, so what do you guys think was the biggest challenge for you guys as new podcasters?
I think, I mean, technically,
Besides scheduling a day with me.
That's why I was like,
besides
I was
scheduling.
gonna
might
say
be the-
scheduling.
scheduling might be the hardest thing. I feel like just getting in here and talking is the easy part.
What about promoting
Promoting, I actually do feel like that is hard too.
and bringing in the audience?
Yeah, trying to bring in the audience. I don't know how to like, these days social media is so different. So it's like,
Ever changing.
yeah,
It's a new
thing is
meta
ever
every 3
changing.
months.
So it's like, yeah, getting the whole promotion thing down. I don't even have it down at this moment. So it's
I've
like,
been doing this for years and I don't have it down.
bro, like the whole what's it called? The Instagram thing. When I tried to make an Instagram page and it banned me from Instagram.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I have no clue, bro. I have no clue. They sent me an email saying, "Oh yeah, your account has been banned," but it's like the email didn't describe
What you did wrong.
Yeah, what I did wrong,
Yeah.
because all I did was make the account.
Yeah.
So I got to look into that. But yeah, I'll say besides scheduling, it would be like social media promotions. I think not even just that, but like try to like garner engagement consistently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's easy to come in here and record, but you also gotta. It's another job to get people to engage into your podcast. So
Yeah.
I'll say that's probably the hardest.
Do you guys ever have any trouble with, like, deciding what to talk about?
Not at all,
Not at all.
honestly.
And I was gonna say that part I think we could improve on,
Yeah.
because I feel like by the time our videos get out, like that's an old topic.
Yeah.
Like it's an old topic. We should more like.
Well, unless you have an editor that's gonna work super fast, which mine doesn't, and does our podcast. It's always gonna
I
be
feel
that
like
way.
it's also the day we record too.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we suggested Mondays, because football
Yeah.
games Saturday, Sunday, record Monday, give Hez a few days to give us like a few clips,
Exactly.
and then we'd be good. But
And Mark made an excellent point. We need to start doing past 10 events. So instead of like predicting stuff and talking about what's upcoming, talk about like reviewing what already happened. Because when it comes out, it still already happened.
yeah.
So
true.
So we probably need to kind of more adjust on what to talk about, certain things.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really a window on. This is my opinion. Period. At least for hip hop, because that's what I cover. But I don't think there's really a window for topics while you're a smaller podcast. Now, if we got millions of views, yeah, you got to get it out soon as in that
Like, they're
window of
looking
the
for
topic.
you.
But like, if I'm months late on a topic, like what happened a month ago? Shit, I don't even remember what happened. What happened a month ago in hip hop? Nothing. There ain't nothing going on.
December was a month ago, so really nothing happened.
Nothing happened in hip hop a month ago. But if I wanted to talk about, Drake's album, we can still talk about Drake's album today.
That's true.
As a smaller podcast. Now, if I was like getting millions of views, I kind of need to get it out when the week of his album.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's a
so I
good
kind of feel
another one.
opposite about that in a sense.
I feel like maybe with sports, the only difference is because like there's always something new all the time. Because like you said, December was dry when it comes to like hip hop, but like now it's like
Shit, that's like the main peak of sports.
Yeah, that's the
usually,
peak of sports right now. So it's like there's always something happening. So that's why I feel like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but there's also a sense of some things are ever changing. We can't just record a pod, talk about something that happened 2 months ago when that was like the regular season, and then the Super Bowl coming up the next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. But you can always talk about the Super Bowl in the next 2 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do understand what you're saying. Like, I do understand. Yeah. Okay. The rest of these are just podcast questions. Oh, yeah. What you guys beef with stats? Like, I didn't hear a single stat be uttered on 5Q till the 4th episode.
You know, it's crazy. Me and Vic talked about bringing up stats after, I think it was after the second or third episode. Because, like, I feel like we're so used to just having conversations about sports. Because we just come in here, we just be talking. And I feel like we base those conversations based on the conversations we have outside of here. So I feel like one way we can improve is just incorporate stats into the topics. Like,
yeah, Mark did it last episode.
Yeah.
When Mark did it, I was looking at my notes like, fuck. He's talking about stats, and I just have a question that's why about y'all not talking about stats. But yeah, besides that episode, I really don't hear you guys talk about
And
stats.
I think we need to do a way better job of like, because we have like notes and a list of questions that we go off of. We need to already have the stats in there, ready to go, and like definitive like answers and stuff to defend like our topics during those topics, like right there already posted out. That way, it's just easier to talk about. It flows smoother. I think it's more of like somewhat of like a preparation thing, because if we talk about stats, I wouldn't just want to pull out my phone and just look it up real quick.
I would. I don't give a fuck.
I want to have it ready.
Me and C Young don't care. We'll
wanna have
Google
it
some
ready.
shit mid argument. Like,
I don't think it's that bad to pull out your phone to look up a stat or something like that. but you just don't want to be too attached to it. You know?
Yeah.
You can't do
I
that.
just don't think you should take too long. Doing
Yeah,
that.
take too long. Don't
Yeah,
take too long.
Like searching for a stat. Like there's been a time me and C Young spent like 15 minutes looking for like a certain stat, and it was like the whole conversation is chalked at this point.
Yeah.
If we have it in our notes, all we have to do is just like pull it out,
And
just,
talk
like,
about it.
That's cool.
And it kind of, if you take too long, it loses momentum and stuff like that. It doesn't flow as well, but you can always edit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
So in my eyes, you're like the moderator, but why don't you speak as much on you guys' pod?
I guess because, first of all, I try to like be quiet towards like the basketball end of it because I don't want my takes to kind of like invalidate 5Q and like what they're talking about. So most of the time, I'm mostly like more vocal.
But you're 1/4 of the group. Like you're not gonna validate all fourth of the all 4 fours of the group. Like,
yeah, but I know my
whole-
my basketball takes are like just iffy because if they would have talked to me about like just for an example, if they talked to me about the Mavericks trades that they were about to do, I wouldn't be as like up to date on like what players should we receive and stuff like that. And I don't want to, embarrass the pod or things like that. So I've tried to shut up for the basketball end of it. And then on the football end,
thank you, Ed.
And then on the football end, I just honestly, I just coast. If I want to bring up something towards it, I want to, but it seems like Mark and then Vic is so heavy dominant on that. I like how the way they flow, and I want to see
those
them
two.
cook.
Golly, they don't shut the fuck up.
And
In a good way, guys. In a good way, but they don't shut
I
up.
feel like it's because it's like me, Mark, and Vic was already on 5Q before, like back when we did it, like end of high school, beginning of college. So it's like we already had a little bit of experience already. So Jeff's still new at this.
Yeah,
these are my first few podcasts.
It does take a lot to just sit there while everybody else is going crazy. Because I be having my own takes over there. Like, just while y'all are talking, I be like, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I be having my own takes. So I'm like, why is Jeff not talking?
Yeah,
Like, he has a mic in his hand. He's not saying nothing.
And I don't know. I just be wanting to let them cook, too. I like their
and that's
takes.
a special gift because I can't let my co-host cook. I always stop my co-host. I'm like, wait, what?
Especially on the football end, I'd be like, yeah, that was a good one. That's the only thing I can say. I can just be ad-libs like, oh, yeah.
Yes, you do
and
ad-libs.
it's like Mark and Vic are already dynamic as it is. So it's like you don't.
Yeah, those two MVPs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no, nothing against y'all two, but those two seem like the MVPs of the show.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely. And I definitely got to let them have their shine because they're the type of personalities that kind of like carry the show. So
yeah, they bleed. Their personalities bleed through the show.
Yeah,
exactly.
Vic most importantly, but yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like they're made for it. They're really talented at it.
Yeah, they're really good at it. Yeah, they're really good. I think I only have like 2 more questions. We get the fuck up out of here, guys. What are you guys podcasting goals?
Certain goals. I feel like right now it's just consistency rather than anything. I don't have certain goals when it comes to like the fans or like what we gonna garner because I feel like that's just gonna come with the consistency. You know what I mean? I feel like we're like the podcast as it is. We're talented enough to make those improvements to where I feel like okay, if we be more consistent at it and improve on the things that we need to improve, like stats and all of that, everything's gonna come. So right now I feel like it's just being more consistent at it, tackle what we need to tackle, and then go from there.
Yeah, in my first 2 years of podcasting, it was more just consistency and practice. Where I'm at now, I want the limelight now. I want the views. I want the brand deals. I want everything now. So we're going. My goal is to triple our viewers by the end of the year, which is pretty much nothing. That'd be like, what, 300? I think we have 100 subscribers. If we can triple that, make it 300 subscribers, that's just my goal for the end of the year. But yeah. My last question has nothing to do with podcasting or anything, but what do you guys think about the women counterparts of your favorite sport?
The women counterparts. Like the WNBA?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I actually went to a WNBA game.
The
and
Wings?
It's like, huh?
Is that their name, the Wings?
Yeah, the Wings. We saw them play the Aces. Oh. Man, they
that's the
Las
Angeles
Vegas
team?
team.
Vegas or Angeles?
Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, they got whooped.
They got
but
slapped.
I mean, like watching.
Is it a clear skill difference when watching? I always bring up basketball when I make a skill reference.
It is a skill difference. Like I can't just like act like there's not.
Is it unbearable to watch?
No,
it's a good watch. It's a very good watch.
I don't feel like it's unbearable to watch.
I'll go again.
Yeah, because for women's MMA, MMA fans like to act like it's just unbearable to watch, and I don't think it is unbearable. Is it a skill difference? Yes, but I don't think it's unbearable.
But because they have the same level of competition.
Yeah, I feel like the competition and intensity is still there.
Yeah, it's just the skill difference.
Yeah, the skill difference. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Cause it's like sports, all it is about its competition. So it's like if you really like basketball, you're gonna watch high school basketball, college basketball. Overseas, you watch a middle school basketball game if you really want to. So I feel like WNBA is just another branch of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the best of like the women's aspect of the sport. And I feel like highlights in the WNBA kind of hit harder than the NBA.
Well, you need to touch on that because I don't know what the fuck
Okay.
you're talking about.
Because it's like
what?
Because they don't happen as often. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Like, you know,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like when a highlight play happens in the
That's probably like the only player of the game. That's probably like the only
And
highlight of the game.
college, like Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is crazy, bro.
They be saying white girl LeBron. I be seeing that online. White girl LeBron.
White girl still for real. Like,
Man,
boy, step back from the logo. Killing them.
From the logo?
Yes, he step back logo.
She is cold.
She is killing them. Like,
Yeah,
I like that. That's good basketball.
like even if there's a skill difference, there's still talent there. Like,
And it's still competition.
yeah.
That's what it's all about.
What do you think it would take for other people, like just the casual fans, to respect the women counterparts more?
They got to start trying out the games. The biggest part about it is they don't give the games a shot. They don't turn on TV and watch WNBA on their casual time. Like, I really have to sit down, watch the championship, at least watch the championship, watching them at their peak, or watch the playoffs or something. Get yourself, like, get your foot in the door, or just buy some tickets. It's like $30, $20.
Yeah.
Go buy some tickets and go and pull up, and you're going to like the sport. If you're a fan of basketball, you're going to like the WNBA.
Yeah, I just don't like the way it's like looked at in the media as like some type of like inferior thing. You know,
Yeah.
like they'll drop like some
It's like that for MMA too.
yeah, they'll drop some like lowlights of like WNBA games and be like, this is the WNBA. But it's like, nah, you really just got to take your time and invest into it. Like Jeff said, like go to a game. Those tickets are mad cheap. Just go to the game and then like you will definitely enjoy it more than you think you would.
Yeah.
How are the stands when you're at the game? Is it empty?
The game we went to, it wasn't because it was the Aces.
It was the Aces. They were the best.
Yeah,
So
they're
is
the
that
best.
like
It
that's
was
like
packed.
the number one team?
Yeah,
For
they
Yeah.
just won. They just won the championship last year.
Didn't they back to back, right?
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah, I seen that one girl. That be always smoking that cigar. I always see her. On
Oh,
my TL.
Plum.
Yeah, Plum.
Kelsey
Yeah,
Plum,
yeah.
yeah.
I always be seeing her on my team.
Yeah, she's not even the best player.
Yeah, I always be seeing her. So
That team is stacked.
That
bro.
team is stacked. Like, them adding Wilson was crazy.
Yeah.
they got cash, right? You know what? That's the next question. That was gonna be the last question, but that's my next question. Do you guys like the pay-to-play aspect that sports have? Like in Call of Duty, the top 4 teams with the most money can afford the best players. So they got the best 16 players. So when it comes to like, imagine if there's no salary cap, because for you it's not the same. Like the Dallas should be the best team theoretically if there was no cap because they had the most money. They could pay the best players to come over. Do you like the salary cap? Do you not like the salary cap?
I want the salary cap.
You want the salary cap?
Just me personally, I played.
Fuck that salary cap.
I played Madden and I've turned off the salary cap. Boy, it was like creative team stuff like that. Salary cap makes it more realistic, makes it down to earth, more competition
Yeah.
in the salary cap.
Well, it's just as realistic if you take the cap off. It's just whoever got the most money that can afford it. That's still realistic.
But it's like
Whoever can afford it gonna have the best teams.
and it's gonna be nasty. It's like, bro,
is gonna be nasty.
my team broke, so
The
now
brokest
now
team's
we
gonna-
suck.
Yeah.
Now I'm really not
Yeah.
buying tickets. So how we gonna get
feel
rich?
Like, I feel
Yeah,
like there's
yeah.
no if you take away the salary cap, there's no opportunity for lower tier teams to get better. You know
It's
what I mean?
not.
Yeah.
Because I'm not buying no tickets for the worst
COD is proving
team.
y'all right.
we're never gonna be great because I'm not buying those tickets watching that sorry ass team play.
Yeah.
Because we never gonna get better, bro. I'm not finna go
Yeah.
fund you. You the rich one.
Yeah,
Why am I
y'all
spending
right.
all my money to try to get better? No, I hate it.
Y'all
I
right.
hate it.
Y'all right. Okay, for sure. Well, those are all my questions. If you guys want to talk about anything else or do anything else, we can do that.
Shoot, man. I'm thinking.
No,
You got anything?
no, I got much. We talked about it a lot.
Yeah,
This is a long pod.
Yeah, that was all I. It's actually one of my longest pods looking at the number right now. 3,006 seconds is crazy.
Yeah, we getting off on this.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
guys.
on that, man.
Well, I'm Count Christian. These are the 5 Q boys. Oh, tell them where they can find your podcast, guys.
Oh yeah, YouTube, Fifth Quarter Sports. Let's see, what's the Twitter? You see, you gotta look it up. Man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. We got all day.
You got
Go ahead,
TikTok.
find it.
Yeah, we got TikTok. So
Y'all boys
Fist-
going crazy on TikTok.
yeah, Fist Sports on Twitter. TikTok is gotta be like 5QS.
Y'all niggas gotta change it all to the same thing.
It actually is the same thing. It's
Okay,
Fist
good.
Sports.
All right,
Fist Sports
Fist
on
Sports.
TikTok and on Twitter.
You can't put Fifth Sports on Instagram without getting fucking banned?
I guess not, man.
Sheesh.
I guess not. Yeah, Fist Sports.
Sheesh.
Fist Sports on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube is Fifth Quarter Sports. Check us out.
At
Subscribe.
Fifth Quarter Sports. Make sure you guys put the ad in there. It's kind of be hard to find. Smaller.
Subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe to them boys. All right. Thank you guys for doing this. Vic and Mark, whenever you guys see this, I'm planning on getting you guys in here too. All right, guys. Count Christian, Accountable, episode 13. Peace.
Peace.